Yo yo yo. So this is my hitchhiking to Greece video. Yeah, I want to give you guys a little backstory. This is me and my friend Tom in Croatia. I had just finished philosophy in university, and I left my apartment, and we left at the end of summer to. Well, I went to Greece to kind of extend the summer, you could say, following the sun south. Me and Tom started in Vienna and then went to Croatia, and after that he went home to study, and I went to Belarus to do a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat. And after that I spent a week tripping with some monks in Belarus, and then I decided to hitchhike to Greece to pick olives, because at the time I had almost no money, or basically no money, and the Vipassana was free, and then I got some food from the people who I hitchhiked with on the road, and once I was in Greece I was fine. But I did have some troubles on the road. I had big problems in Belarus at the border because I looked like a damn hippie, and they thought I for sure had some drugs on me. And I waited for 20 hours there, and I was the last person to leave the border there, and the whole bus was clapping when I came out. But it was a good time. I love Belarus. I love Belarusian people, and yeah. But I began hitchhiking. Here I think I'm in Poland, and I had some troubles on the hitchhiking too. Like I asked ChatGPT if I would be fine with my gear and everything going south, and it said, yeah, for sure, you just go south and it'll be warmer, and even though it's cold in Belarus and in Poland, then you'll be fine. And I thought, yeah, for sure, this robot is right. But I went to Slovenia, where there's massive mountains, or maybe it's Slovakia. Slovenia, and yeah, it was fucking cold up there in the mountains and there was snow there, and I didn't have enough clothing or nothing, so I really froze. But luckily I got picked up, and yeah, as you can see now, I made it all the way to Crete. I contacted an independent olive oil salesman who just he picks the same olives but bottles them and sells them himself rather than going to the big companies. And I don't know, this time I'm ashamed of it, but I did use ChatGPT again. I just asked it, give me an email I can send, and then give me the email of 10 olive oil providers. And this guy, Stelios, who's filming right now, he said, sure, come. And then I came and I worked. It was very tough. It was 8 hours a day, and I worked for 50 euros. And I ended up spending half of it on food and smoke. So I didn't save up much. It was very tough, but I was happy being with my good friend, the sun, and not in cold Denmark from. And I can tell you about my favorite friend there. He was called Mushin. He was from India, and yeah, this was their life. Obviously, they worked a lot. They did olives, and then Mushin had to go somewhere else in Europe and work. And he was married, and he hadn't seen his wife for a few years, and he still had a year or so before he would go back and to have made enough money. But these were really sweet guys. They were never complaining or anything, working really hard. And yeah, you'll see us. We're joking a lot, and it was tough work. But yeah, all the best to Mushin. I would obviously be very tired after work, and then I would go swimming, cook some food, and then I was working on writing my book that I call Kronos and Chaos. I will release it very soon. And it was cool to be in Crete, very close to the cave where mythologically in the theogony, this origin story of the Greek gods, there is Zeus who grew up in a cave allegedly here in Crete, and I was but really mostly I didn't work too much on my stuff because I was just too tired after the tough work. And then I want to get to the moral of the story. So what you see me do, I'm trying to live a certain philosophy in which I'm living life on the edge. No money, and sometimes starving. And it can be tough, tiring, and cold, but it's always worth it living life on your own terms. And I would argue that the very danger of it allows for the experience of truth and freedom. Why? Because your organism in that situation is reliant upon it for survival, which in some sense it's not in the everyday life in which you have your basic needs met. I remember when I first went traveling and hitchhiking, and I hitchhiked out of Denmark and came to some place in Germany where at a gas station, and I was walking out into the forest. I had this realization of true, first time I felt free. Like I just realized I could go anywhere and do anything. And also when I first started, I was just a young kid, and I had read the Bible, and I'd listened to Jesus talking about, "O ye of little faith, if God clothes the birds and the other animals, surely He will feed and clothe you too." And I trusted in that, and I went out into the world. And luckily, I wasn't murdered by somebody. It seemed to always work out, and I seemed to always get and find what I needed. So I hope that I can be some sort of inspiration to you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and live life on your own terms, and seek truth, freedom, and seek it for everything. Don't trade it for nothing.